good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Ohm Service Live with us three. We've got BFG and Steve Dillygaff Porter, aka Betty.
Hello.
Hope you're all well. Hope you've been enjoying the thunderstorms and the rain and the sunshine that is the great British weather. That's it. That's all I've got this morning.
This morning?
Yeah, this morning. I'm losing track of time, everything. I can't believe it's Thursday.
It's the drugs, folks, honestly.
Hello, everybody in chat. Hello, everybody on the replay. Hope you are all well and dandy.
If
Indeed.
not...
I didn't know you could get stoned off antihistamines.
If you do, you can if you snort enough for them.
Talking about drugs, I'm swapping over to some new drug. So yeah.
Say hello to my little friend.
Hello.
They go back to the bag, yeah.
And yes, Bill, we definitely get 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah, Crowded House got that song right, didn't they?
They blooming did.
Flashy, what do you mean they're not working? Yes, they are. He hasn't sneezed once.
No, I haven't sneezed. My eyes are not running. I'm doing pretty well.
Means
Antihistamines for the win.
I feel as if somebody's just dumped half a ton of sand in each of my eyeballs at the moment. But Jules will shout at me once I come off air. Do you not even take your antihistamines? I keep forgetting.
Just want to check with you guys. We're not getting any echoing or anything like that. Hopefully,
Echo.
Yeah, Lord.
Hello.
So
Hello.
just let me know if we've got any echo, so then I know how much volume. Because I've been tinkering.
Gailey,
Andy's been playing
I
around.
know exactly what you mean. Sorry, dude.
Huh?
No, there's a comment from Gailey saying she's looking forward because she's gets real huggles.
It's mass huggles this weekend.
Is that
It's
legal?
a mass huggle fest.
Clothing optional.
As long as you're wearing a mask.
The thing is, though, it's where you're going to wear the mask.
Oh, gee, smugglers! What?
I was going to need some almighty elastic to get around my ass.
Oh, you just get one of those ones that just sits to the side. Do you know the one?
What, the clip-ons?
Or is that what they call them? What does it clip onto?
That's what I'm worried about.
You know, there's one. The one I'm talking. The one that just goes round the side, and you've got one complete butt cheek. It's completely bare.
Oh, you mean the thongy doodahs? Yeah.
But it's not a thong though.
Oh, is this something on Wish again?
Yeah. It's like a clip-on ball sack.
Oh, them side thing. Yeah, I know what you're on about. Yeah. They look like half a trunk.
That's the ones.
You know, trunks, as in swimming trunks.
Yeah, half a banana hammock.
Half a budgie smuggler.
Yeah,
That's
looks
what
like
it
you've
is.
already peeled one half.
You've slept in the pipes.
Shall I say hello?
Hello.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Stop it. Behave.
Craig says it's a banana hammock.
It's budgie smugglers. That's where it is.
What do they call those fucking things, anyways? Oh no, I'm not looking it up. No,
Yeah, go on.
that's Hodgson's job.
No, that's on your
Yeah,
screen,
no.
man.
You're the one with the dodgy search history.
I'm not putting penis hammock into my search history.
Are you going to say hello to the folks?
I am Mr. Anderson. Good evening. Thank you for joining. Net Reality. Good evening, Graham. Thank you for joining. Dawn W. Hello. Uggles. John Vaping Joker. Good evening, sir.
Did
Sorry
you
for not
notice how his
typing
voice
back.
dipped as well.
His voice dipped his balls, Rose.
Vapor Queen Becky. Hello.
Oh,
Uggles. We have Gaily Bops, the ever gorgeous Buggles. Free Rider Vapor, good evening, sir. Welcome. Bill Richards, darling. Buggles. Gav Evans, good evening, sir. Nice of you to be on the live, Gav. Hopefully you're not behind the wheel tonight. Mikey, cousin Michael, good evening, sir. Frankomizer, good evening. We've got Fletch Rowan, good evening. Fletch. We've got the ever gorgeous, lovely Jules Mama Vapes.
Mama's knackered today.
Oh, bless her. Evening Vaping Pasty, Dawn, darling, sweetie, Huggles. Frankomizer, Flashy, 1221, good evening, sir. Craig Brown, good evening. And who else do we have? I'm sure we have more. Pav G, dude, good evening, sir. Thank you for joining. Fee, Dion 78, good evening, sir. And I think I've just about got
Timmy's in. Timmy YTS is in. Fax is in. Faxy, who's radioactive.
Oh, Faxy's glowing in the dark.
He certainly is.
Peter West, good evening, sir, and thank you for joining.
Bump.
Zan's in as well. Evening, Zan.
Oh, evening, Zan.
Hey up, Zan. Fist bump, matey.
Oh, girls.
Blazing. Dude. Steve, I hope you're feeling better, dude. Best wishes and fast recovery and all that.
Oh, definitely.
I'll give you a snug, mate, but I think the missus might complain.
And while we're at it, we've got everybody in chat. Mark L or Milk that won the Oxford last week. You still haven't emailed me your address so we can pass on your winnings. So if you could email me at mark@SoulOhmReviews.com, that will be brilliant. If I don't hear you by next week, I may redo the Oxford Way towards the end of the show again, so somebody else can win it if you're not bothered. But if you are and you want to get your lovely prize, please email me at mark@gmail.com. Thank you very much. That was an Ohm service announcement. Thank you.
Peter West, good evening. Mark H, thanks for joining. Hope you had a lovely day at the shop, sir. Nicky Maynard, good evening. And I think, yes, nobody else has slipped in my back door.
Ooh.
That's why he's got a turnstile fitted.
Oh, you bitch. No need for that.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well with his t-shirt though, does it?
What, me?
No, yeah, me too.
Yeah, me.
Oh, you can't see that. You see, all you can see is me too.
No, it's a fucking question.
I know,
Mark.
but it looks like me too.
Oh, wait a minute. I fucking pumped the chair up a bit. Hold on then.
Yeah, I've heard about you pumping the chair.
Yeah, keep getting splinters.
Oh, bless you. Well, what a week for fucktards and vaping news.
It's been very interesting, hasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, has it? Now, normally we don't do the news because it upsets people. And I don't think we're going to tonight, but there is a lot to talk about.
There is a lot to talk about.
In the majority of it, you'll piss yourself laughing.
Mm.
Oh, indeed. So where does gentlemen's wish to start?
From the very beginning.
Are we
where's a
sitting
good place
comfortably?
to start that?
When a man loves a woman,
When that
He
twinkle
buys it.
starts in their eye.
and he buys her a double gin and tonic. What?
I'm just thinking, does anybody buy anybody a double gin and tonic nowadays?
Bloody ought to.
So, go from the top, kidder.
Right, well, we will start. Let's start with the idiots first. Virtual hilarity. This was a killer one on Planet of the Vapes. I've never seen anything like it. Virtual reality game is an effective tool for vaping prevention amongst teens. No, that's masturbation because you haven't got enough hands to change batteries and use the device, and it ruins your eyesight so you can't read the screen. Virtual reality's got nothing to do with it.
Is that your virtual reality thing we can see behind the TV?
No, that's my skull. I've got a skull behind the telly.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on. Researchers at Yale have found yet another way to make e-cigs look cool to kids. The United Kingdom doesn't engage in the war against vaping and flavors and has zero non-smoking teens taking up vaping. The USA, with its cartoons, free t-shirts, sponsored competitions, and now video games, is finding solutions for problems of its own making. What they've done is they've developed an immersive reality video game that is a vaping prevention game.
How's that work?
Well, I'm guessing they're too busy playing the game and vape. It's unreal.
And don't they realise what kids do?
Nah.
Obviously not, because it's either Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty. I think that's more.
Well, if there's no nicking cars and shooting hookers, then I can't see the game being a big success to be.
Exactly.
It's a new slant on Pac-Man.
Oh, I don't know. But apparently the team state e-cigarettes use amongst youth is on the rise. And we know that's balls. The most popular smoking product used by a student is a vape. No, it's a smoking product. Approximately half of teenagers between 14 to 18 have tried an e-cig once. Yeah, all right.
Whoopie-doo.
What about all those that have had a gobful of alcohol? Are they all alcoholics? And most teens are unaware of the long-lasting effects of nicotine. So are the researchers, apparently. So where do we go from here? What do we think, guys? VR, is it the cure to the plague of vaping?
Well, obviously somebody thinks it is.
Yeah, I know. I've got a right good idea.
Yeah, but somebody somewhere thinks Bella Emberg's sexy.
Who?
Wonder Woman.
Oh.
The big girl off Russ Abbott's TV show.
All right. Okay.
And what kills me is, as the game progresses, you learn more and more strategies to refuse e-cigarettes. What's up with sod off? No.
Don't you get if it's the same feeling of Grange Hill and Just Say No?
Oh, this is the equivalent of Gripper out of Grange Hill. Why are they trying to cure a problem that doesn't exist? Honestly.
Because they can.
Yeah, because they can and they want to.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Honest to God, why not spend that money on educating the idiots in the suits about the pros of vaping? Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at it now. There's a screenshot. Imagine, if you will, a bathroom, a school bathroom or toilet. So you've got the stalls on one side, you've got the sinks on the other, and you've got a very dodgy looking simian child surrounded with plumes of vape. So he's obviously going to die soon, according to these people. What is the point?
Well, when you
Honestly,
think
there
about
are
it,
so
you've
many
got-
other things that
I
could be
mean,
used.
I mean, it's like what people are saying in chat. Most kids will be smoking cannabis, and let's face it, a lot of the states in America have legalized cannabis. So there you go.
It's America, for fuck's sake. It's not worth trying to understand.
Exactly. I mean, it's America.
I think Frank might have something to say about that, but hey, honest.
It's just the vaping sims, isn't it? Oh.
This is it. You know, I do hope you can upgrade your vape kit. You start off with a Juul, and you can eventually end up with a mech.
Yeah, but the mech will come with a warning. Warning can also be used as a pipe bomb when you're stealing your next door neighbour's car.
It's a bomb.
That's a level 20 though. Wonder how many XP points you get.
Oh, that'd be superb, wouldn't it?
Guys, if he's honestly if you haven't seen this, go and check out on Planet the Vapes. It's ridiculous. It really is bloody ridiculous.
Now, let me double check.
Little
I'm
joint
okay
with the
putting
bomb.
links up to articles, aren't I?
Yeah, of course you are.
Fabulous. Right. In which case, chaps, if you are interested in seeing these idiots, feel free. There we are. It's in chat. So that's on Planet of the Vapes. Another article from Planet of the Vapes that Stevie brought to our attention. Oh, Glance. He's at it.
Glance. Why? I mean, after all these years of him coming out with stuff, I am surprised that anybody listens to him at all.
It's unbelievable. The man's an idiot. He's either a piss poor scientist or he's a very clever narcissist. I haven't worked out which yet. But cross-sectional analysis has suggested that e-cigarette use, independent of combustible cigarette use, elevates the risk of myocardial infarction. So, first evidence of long-term health damage from e-cigs, smoking e-cigarettes daily doubles risk of heart attacks, wrote Stanton Glance in his blog. Yes. In a press release, Glance went on to say, while people may think they are reducing their health risk, we found that the heart attack risk of e-cigarettes adds to the risk of smoking cigarettes. Using both products at the same time is worse than using one or either separately. They've already covered this. It was debunked then. It'll be debunked again. Now, Kreiter and Siegel have slammed that comment by Glance, saying the scientific community is well aware that press releases, blog posts, and public activism are not subject to peer review. That same community should be wary of its members who speak with one voice when accountable to peer review, but then use the legitimizing power of peer review as a credential that assists with this misbroadcasting of their published findings. So he's been slapped down. Crazy.
Unable to post that because it's too big, the link.
It is rather large.
Yeah, you're only allowed 200 characters. I've just tried to put it in while you were talking, sorry.
Stanton obviously wrote it then.
No, this is the virtual reality one.
All right, no problem. Sorry, guys.
I do apologise. Go on, carry on, sorry.
Well, pretty much that's it. He's not only getting slap downs from the vapors, but he's getting slap downs from the scientific community now. So
yeah,
that guy just wants banning. Full stop. Who gives him time and airspace, I will never know, because he's been so debunked over the years that many times. It's unreal. Why anybody would listen to that fool? Well, there you go. That's just me.
Absolutely crazy. And finally, onto some good news. The APPG, which is the all-party parliamentary group for vaping. So they're the guys from Westminster that have been gathering vaping stories, etc. on Twitter. You can still follow their feed on Twitter. And if you want to put your to anything, please feel free. These are the guys that are producing our, how would you call it? Our road out of TPD.
That was actually a good little article, that.
It's a cracking article. You can find that in eSig Click. And I believe it was Neil H. Thought I recognised the writing style. It's a very nicely worded article, but it gets to the heart of the matter fairly quickly. So the TRPR, as we know, is our version of the TPD. And it's that the TPD is the legislation that limits us to 2 mil tanks and 10 mil liquids, as we know. So Chairman Mark Porsey has been speaking to the MPs and advocates who will be attending the COP9 meeting in November, which is the WHO tobacco conference. And in the introduction to the report, this is the bit that made me smile. The UK will, for the first time, be attending the World Health Organization's Framework Convention on Tobacco Control as an independent nation. As such, we will be free to stand up to the prevailing voices around the virtual table and champion the role that vapes and other reduced risk nicotine delivery systems are playing. I like the sound of this already. Now, jump in, guys, please. But it does go on to say that it hopes that the report is looked on favourably by ministers in the UK government, and that they grasp this opportunity to set the UK on a real tobacco harm reduction journey, which will ensure the smoke-free target of 2030. Now, I've looked at NHS and some of the stats on that 2030 target. Very unlikely that's going to actually be reached. Very unlikely that's going to be reached.
I thought, reading the actual article, what me being the type of person I am, it all sounds great on paper, but in reality, is it really going to happen?
They make a number of suggestions. So they suggest that snus and heat not burn are part of the plan. But they also, when it comes to heat not burn, they want a much clearer pathway, if you will, for heat not burn. And they want to, if taxation, and they do mention taxation, but what he says is the current tax levy on heat not burn should be halved. So you've got like tobacco, proper cigarettes, heat not burn, and then
obviously
we're into the question mark on vapes.
See, what I obviously reading it, obviously with the 2 mil capacity tanks, obviously they're wanting to increase the nicotine levels as well, and basically get rid of 10 mil bottles. Yep. All sounds great, literally, like I was saying, on paper, but I've got a feeling that the UK government will still be pressurised once they've actually released the TBD 3 or 4, or whatever you want to call it, in Europe. And I've got a feeling that Europe will still pressurise the UK government to step in line with them.
I think that's the case. The other part that I've mentioned to the guys in chat before we just came on, there's a section in it about standardising juice. And they specifically mention not only that with nicking, but non-nick juice. Yeah. That, to me, smacks of taxation.
It also, I've got a feeling, it's so like, you know how a 10 mil bottle has to be regulated and it all has to be tested and everything? Yeah, I think that's how they're going to go. You see, you've got a lot of companies that like 10 mil bottles because they're putting a lot of money into, obviously, all the testing of the different flavours and things like that. So they like 10 mil bottles. So I think it's going to appease them as well. Because at the end of the day, it's still not just about health, it's still about money as well.
It's going to be UK VIA that their response to this proposal that will be interesting. Because they're some of the big names in the manufacturers, aren't they? So what the other nice thing, and I just want to bring this up, They want a clear definition between tobacco and non-tobacco products.
Yeah, and it needs to be.
And it does need to be, and I think it's a fantastic thing. Hopefully that will stop a lot of the anti stuff. They also mention about the media coverage of vaping, and they want it stopping all this American crap because it's clouding the waters. We've said this time and time again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, totally clouds the. Because, like, how many times have we said that everyone sees the headline, but they don't actually read the full article?
Now, I was a bit disappointed that Neil goes into the public health report regarding misinformation surrounding e-cigarettes. And he actually quotes, misinterpretations were more pronounced amongst smokers from social grade C2, D and E. Well, sorry, mate. I haven't got a clue what social grade C2, D and E are.
Ain't that something from Star Wars?
I thought it was another droid, but hey.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
I'm guessing that's probably from what we would term to be lower middle and working class.
Fist bump. UK Andy, hello.
Hey, Norse.
What do you think, Betty?
Do you know, as you say, it's kind of, it's as clear as mud at the moment, to be honest, for what I can see, for what I'm reading. I like the idea of what they're doing regarding the bigger tanks and all that kind of stuff, but I can see where you're coming from, or the company's coming from with the 10 ml bottles and things. But it's going to end up getting that fine balance between everything, and it's still going to be a waiting game, to be honest.
I think the 10 ml bottle with nicking, I think if they increased it to like a 30 ml bottle
with nicking,
and then the rest have
still the short fills. Yeah,
because let's face it, we've coped with short fills for plenty of time now. We really have.
I mean, if they raise the 20 milligram, does that mean 22 can go back on sale? That would be good for the mixers.
Well, I mean, let's face it. If you're like you do BFG, you vape Nick salts with your little pod kit. So a 30 ml bottle would be a lot better for you and a lot better for the environment as well, because you're producing less plastic.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Plus, I'm actually going to get more juice out of it because, when you're using 10 ml bottles, you always get that little dribble at the bottom.
Of course, yeah.
Never comes out. So,
and I definitely think tank capacity, they definitely need to increase that, because at the end of the day, it's just pure inconvenience having 2 ml. It is a convenience, and especially if you've got a SoulOhm tank that drinks juice like nobody's business, you're continuously filling it up all the time. Yeah. See, the thing was, when they were setting out the original TPD, well, the TPD2, I believe it was, they was using information and data that was 4 years old at the time. So you go back 4 years ago, most people were mouth to lung in it with high PG ratios, so you never went through as much juice as you did when you were SoulOhming it. And that's why it's 2 ml capacity. But most people SoulOhm, even if they're doing a mouth to lung, they are still SoulOhming nowadays. There's not many people that sort of like go over the ohm. It's normally under the ohm, or really under the ohm. When I say under the ohm, I'm on about like a 0.8 ohm mesh coil. That's still classed as a mouth to lung coil nowadays. Whereas once upon a time, mouth to lung would be anything from a 1.2 ohm going higher. It was going the other way around. It was getting higher ohms. So I mean, even a 0.8 ohm mesh coil in something like a boost or something like that is still going to drain through liquid, even on a mouth to lung. So having a 30 ml bottle and increasing the actual size of the tanks would be brilliant.
Well, it's going to be more. That's going to be more beneficial for everybody concerned. Doing it that way,
100%.
environmental wise, the vapors, also the manufacturers, the vape shops. It's going to be interesting to see, what road it actually goes down eventually. But we hope it's the right road. Let's put it that way.
You see, you've also got to look at it on another side for a vape shop. Short fills are better for a vape shop because then they're not having to carry big bottles in different strengths. So vape shops like short fills. But I just think that for the customer, I think if you're wanting like Nick salts and things like that, they ought to go up to 30ml.
Well, I mean, what Stevie said about the manufacturers. Right, I treated myself to an obelisk, yeah? This damn thing has not got top fill. You have to remove the pod, go onto the side, fill it, yeah? With a 2ml, which this is, it's a pain in the arse. Yeah? Would I buy another one? Well, the vape's fantastic. The vape is superb. It chews through 70-30, no problem at all. But that side fill issue, if I want to use this when I'm driving, I'm putting myself and the passenger at risk if I try and refill that while I'm driving. Top fill, I am naughty. I will fill up. I sometimes hand it to my passenger, depending on how busy the road is, yeah? But I'm being realistic here. People do not stop the car and fill up again, do they?
Well, no. See, that's another thing that always made me chuckle. Once upon a time, every tank, no matter what it was, you had to fill it from the bottom. In fact, there was some points where you had to unscrew a little screw to fill it. That's how tanks were. Then all of a sudden, we were having top fill, and it was sort of like, brilliant. And then someone would bring out one that was bottom fill, and it's sort of like, really? It's bottom fill? Ever since we've got pods, we've either got side fill or bottom fill, and I can't understand why.
Yeah, we went backwards.
Yeah, completely backwards when it comes to pods.
I mean, you asked me last week regarding, why I've kind of went back to squonking. I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons. Fill that bottle up, and that'll last me a day and a bit.
Just a quickie, Flashy 1221, he's asking whether we can say happy anniversary to his wife, Claire. She's put up with him for 11 years tomorrow.
Oh, bless. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Claire.
And this is just so she doesn't forget. Thank you. Flashy, she's going to clip your ear, son. Claire, I hope you have a wonderful...
Mr. Anderson has just commented, the problem with 2ml capacity is based on nicotine toxicity. So we may be stuck with that, but I hope not. Yeah, I understand why the reasons behind it was because in case the actual tank broke. But let's face it, if you look at Germany bypassed the 2ml capacity, but if you look at most German-style tanks, they've actually got a cage around them, so the glass wouldn't break. Whereas we've ended up with big bulbous glasses like that will break. So I think manufacturers need to use the brain a bit more if we do get the option of going bigger tanks.
Like you say, there are so many solutions to that issue, and given that tubes now comes as standard with a childproof lock, if it's good enough for medication, it's good enough for vape juice.
And also you've got to remember as well, a lot of tanks, they come with childproof caps.
Yeah.
Where you have to either pull it up and slide it across, or you have to unscrew it a certain way. So, I mean, the industry's been helping.
I'm not being funny, but half those bloody tanks are BFG proof as well. You could half plastic waste on nick shots by making 20mm nick shots. 1 shot 3mm, 2 shots 6mm, and 100mm.
Yeah. There's loads of ways that everyone keeps on banging on about how we've got to be careful and with
Think of
plastics and all
children.
that lot, and we're still messing around with 10 ml bottles.
Oh, it's a pain in the ass. I mean, my bin looks like the back of a vape shop. There's that many 10 ml bottles in it.
And that's one of the reasons why I DIY.
Hmm?
Because I can't be arsed walking about with fucking half a dozen 10 ml bottles in my pocket.
Well, if I'm going out for the day, I'd rather have one bottle in my pocket than. I mean, the amount I vape, I've normally got at least 3 bottles of Nick Shot.
I mean, the way I vape, I mean, I'm on short fill, so I've either got a 100 ml bottle in my pocket or I've got a 50 ml in my pocket.
And that's false advertising, darling.
And I'm just not just pleased to see you. But I do. That's how I vape. I wouldn't say I'm a clouds bro, clouds exactly, but I'm a direct to lung sub-ohm vapor. That's how I've always been. That's how I vape. So, yeah, I chug through juice. So I've got to carry I've always got to carry a big bottle or a biggish bottle anyway.
Yep.
I couldn't walk around with just a 10 ml bottle in my back pocket.
In your back pocket.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous place to carry it.
Why is it?
Jesus Christ, what did I put in my back pocket? Oh, when we went out, I put a little plastic thing of hand sanitizer in my back pocket.
Mm.
Forgot about it. Got in the car. Got to Mablethorpe and suddenly realised my arse is now hygienically clean.
That'll be a fucking first then, eh?
Hey, cheeky.
I mean, it's when I was mega into me mechs, blooming it used to be half a dozen blooming batteries in my pocket, blooming
Yeah.
200 ml of juice, and that was
And
just going out for the day.
And the rag hanging off the back of the jeans to about the neck when you fucking fucking
Yeah, you had to have your rag.
Oh,
I mean, if anyone's ever seen me when I were at expos and I was in my purge phase, blooming it, I used to have an army. It was literally from Army Depot, a little bag. I used to strap it to my belt, and that had my batteries, my juice, and everything. Oh, those were the days.
he had a fanny pack.
You know, I didn't have a fanny pack. It was a proper army jobby. It
It was a manly fanny pack.
It was on the side. It was on my hip, on my belt, on my hip. It was nowhere near my fanny, and it was nowhere near my bottom either.
It was a bit on the side then.
Oh, it was definitely a bit on the side.
I say, Gailey says a pea bag.
A pea bag.
Yes, and to answer Gailey's question, yes, Gail, I've got about 10 bottles of the damn stuff.
Ooh,
Oh, that
it was
Nick
a
shops.
utility belt.
I've stopped buying Nick shops. I just buy pure Nick and put my own Nick. Just for that reason, I mean, buying Nick shots all the time.
I still miss the days where you got it mixed in.
Oh, I
For me-
do. I don't care what anyone says. I know a lot of people didn't like the glass dropper bottles, but me as a Met guy and an RDA and a glass bottle, they were brilliant because they were steeped properly. Because obviously it was mixed already in the manufacturers. It were already on the shelf at the vape shop. You know it had already been steeped. And that was, it was still the best.
Mm.
I mean, how many times have you actually opened up a bottle just to put your Nick shots in? I mean, I don't vape nicotine, Jules does, but I've sat in here or wherever and put a couple of Nick shots in that for me, will you? Yeah, okay. Try to pop the top off it. It's a pain in the arse until the alpha.
Mm.
And even at that, it's still I find it's still a little bit difficult to try and get it off of that, and then try to get the nibs off the fucking the Nick shots. You end up like this. And you get that frustrated with it. You pull it that hard, it flies off, and the nicotine goes.
Well, I mean, obviously working at a vape shop, the amount of times that we had to put nicotine in bottles and the alpha kit, honestly, that were a lifesaver. Because trying to get open some of them gorilla bottles is unbelievable.
Some of them are pain in the ass.
I mean, fortunately, it's like these ones from Zeus Juice. They're cracking because they've got what they call the easy flip, and you've just got a little flip there that opens up.
See, that's weak liquor. Same
It's a
system.
cracking little system. Why more of them haven't gone down this route, I'll never know.
And how many times have you've done it? You've opened up, you've put your nick in, whatever. Put your lid back on. Fine, absolutely fantastic. I better fill my tank up. Take the top off. You go.
The whole lot's gone all over. Yeah. Also, mixing your nick as well. I've noticed that sometimes if you've been in a hurry when you've done your nick shots, you end up with pockets of nicotine in your actual juice.
Yes. That's why I always say a shake and vape. No, leave it for a minimum of 24 hours. I've always said that since I started mixing my own, because you can actually see it when you hold the bottle up to the light. You can actually see the nicotine actually isn't completely mixed with the PG VG mix.
Steve Nichols.
Cheers, Bill.
Steve Nichols, firstly, welcome, sir. I don't recognise the name, so goodies to join us. I'm exactly the same, mate. I've got like a canvas laptop bag that has literally got batteries, juice, and all sorts in, and that comes with me everywhere.
Oh, God, yeah, I used to have that, and I've still got me. Which way?
There's his rag.
This is my proper purge towel, courtesy of Zan. I'll get it the right way and I'll be all right, won't I? There you go. Courtesy of Zan. He got me that. And you got a little thing that clips onto your side of your belt, so it just hangs around. Oh, well, cool.
But by the end of the day, they spilt that much juice, had to wipe it with his purge rag. His rag was stuck to his leg.
No, I just ended up sucking me rag. It was that good. Full of juice.
Now, Gail's just informed me Steve's from he's one of the old school, so he's from the VUKN days.
He is.
Blimey. Well, thank you for joining us, Steve. Appreciate it, mate.
Evening, Tiberius.
Tiberius is in.
Tiberius, dude.
Fist bump.
Blimey.
Oh, Steve, he's blooming. I haven't spoke to Steve in donkey's years. Hope you're all right, mate.
Mike Haynes, good evening.
Haynes.
That sounded like a school register. Haynes.
Haynes. Are you in there, boy?
I hope you brought enough for everybody.
Hands on heads.
See, people of a certain age won't appreciate this, but when a teacher says that to you and you've watched Tenko the night before, your arse starts nipping. Do you remember Tenko?
Wasn't that woman's refugee camp?
Yeah, the war camp.
Yeah.
Set during the Japanese.
Second World War. We'll go for that one, eh?
Funnily enough, that's what they named the welder that I used to work with years ago. That's what his nickname was, Tenko. Wonder why.
Well, normally when they told them to put their hands on their head, somebody was going to get shot. So, mind saying that at school, somebody normally ended up with a piece of chalk around the back of their head. So,
we had the rubber board.
It was normally followed by the duster.
That's what I'm on about.
Why is it the old git, couldn't see diddly squat without his glasses on? Give him a blackboard rubber and he could pick out the kid picking his nose at the back of the class and smack him right in between the eyes with it. It's not on.
Could remove the wings from a fly at 100 yards.
Oh, God, yeah. What was that film with the assassins? Wanted.
Wanted.
Wanted. Yeah.
Bend the bullet.
That's the one. Do-do, do-do, do-do. Whack!
Yeah. I right enjoyed that film. It was a good film, Wanted.
Oh, that shot of what's her face?
Angelina.
Angelino coming out of the. Oh yes.
HB vapes, fist bump.
JP, how you doing? Was Yum Yum in that? Yum Yum. Yum Yum.
I don't know, but when I saw Angelina, it was Yum Yum.
Oh, it was. And those tattoos.
Oh.
Oh, very nice. Start a new job, had crap shift patterns, so interview with my vape show now. Tiberius. I say. I'd lodge your formal complaint, dear boy, if you can't watch.
Well, it all happens. I mean, it happened to me when I moved to the vape shop. I ended up working Sunday, so Tales from the Ohm had to go on hiatus.
Jules, Gailey, I can see why. Yes, yum yum.
Talking about yum yums and things like that, can everybody remember Transvision Vamp?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's got a new song out.
Pardon? Has she?
Wendy James.
Yeah.
I think she's got a new song out.
Wendy James. Oh, I had a thing for Wendy James.
I've
I had
still
a
got
cassette with Wendy James, Get Your Knickers Down.
hell.
Oh, I had a thing for her when Transvision Vamp were about.
Angelina is a sort, Nikki. Yes, she's definitely a sort. I say. Oh.
Ow.
Now.
I didn't realise she was older than me.
What, Wendy James?
She's 55.
Is she? Well, no, she's older than me.
Well, in 1966.
I bet she still looks good, though.
No.
Last time I saw, she'd gone right drawn.
Let's have a Google. Wendy James, come forth.
Tony Price, fist bump.
No.
Likes a bit of a mild term dawn when it comes to. Oh my God. Oh, what's she done to herself?
So Tony Price finally upgraded the original Falcon to the Sackers. I'm honestly not 100% sure. I've not seen that tank, to be fair. The Falcon was a really good tank.
Facts say the best. The only thing to say to you is just try it. That's how you know when your juice is steeped enough. Try it. I mean, there is kind of people say the likes of bakeries and creams and things like that obviously need a hell of a lot of a longer steep. But try it. Put a date on it. What I used to do is I would make a bottle up and I would put it away in the back of a cupboard. But I would put the date that I made it on and I would put another date on it, say for 4 weeks down the line. And I would try it in that 4 weeks. And if I didn't think it was still at 100%, I would leave it for another 2. And I would keep doing that until such times as I thought it was good enough for me. That's how I did it. It's trial and error, to be perfectly honest.
It's also, I mean, it's like anything, especially with juices. Taste is so subjective.
Yeah.
What one person thinks, yeah, that's spot on. That another person might think, nah, that could do another couple of more weeks.
Yep.
And it's really tricky once you start doing complex juices as well, especially when you're going into the bakeries and things like that, because certain parts of your mix will steep quicker than other parts as well. So it's so like, yeah, trial and error.
27th of July, lemon tart. I would leave. I would say a minimum 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I think that's what I told you, Faxi.
Graham, Net Reality, he'll maybe tell you a little bit more. Graham's obviously mixing a hell of a lot more than the likes of myself. But personally, I would leave it for a minimum of 3 weeks. But try it, because sometimes you find, pardon me, when you do try it after that certain period, you'll find some of the flavours are a little bit harsh and they need to smooth out a little bit, and just leave it till it's nice enough for you to vape. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to be vaping it, unless you're making it for somebody else. So if you're happy enough with it after 3 weeks, fine, fair enough. If you're not happy with it, leave it for another 2-3 weeks, try it again. And the flavours will change, they'll fluctuate and stuff, and then they'll find their own nice balance. So,
I mean, obviously, once you get into it, you will automatically know, right, that this is going to take me 3 weeks. So you buy that bulk then for 3 weeks, and then you'll buy another bulk, and let that. Then obviously you're on a rotation scale.
One of the best things I can actually say to you is buy yourself a small notepad. And when you're making up your recipes or whatever, you're making up your juice, put on it at the bottom, 2 weeks steep, 3 weeks steep, 2 months steep, 6 months steep, whatever, and leave it. So the next time you come to make it again, you say, right, okay, I need to leave it for that length of time. And as I say, put a date on it when you've made it, and then put another date on it when you roughly should try it, or when it should be ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Lord of Lewdness, the God of the Gutter, the Duke of the Double Entendre is with us. Good evening, Sinner.
Sinner, fist bump. Long time no see. Hope you're all right, buddy.
Fee, honest to goodness, leave your bakeries and custard. Leave them for a good few weeks. Trust me, you'll thank me for it.
Oh yeah, you've got to leave them. Leave them alone.
You get so much depth of flavour compared to when you don't leave them for
that neutrality. He uses a Google sheet with 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month steep notes. Yeah, it's a damn good idea, that.
I mean, at the end of the day, it all depends on whether you're buying bottle shots, whether you're making from scratch, etc. Because the bottle shots do tend to sort of combine a little while they're in there, but obviously they've got to mix with the PG and VG. But
Fee, what to do is then you like them the way you are. Now, trust me, what you do is make 2 bottles up, put one of them at the back of the cupboard and leave it. Trust me.
I mean, I'm not brave enough to mix my own yet. Bottle shots, not a problem. Do them day in, day out. But I just don't seem to have the touch for mixing my own.
It's time now for me. I just don't seem to have the time. It's to actually sit down and, sit with my recipe book and just, start making, small batches or whatever. I can't seem to find the time to do it these days. So I've just been buying one shots more so.
I mean, Dawn will tell you, when I cook, people have said it's cooking not like sort of mixing juice and things, because I've brought this up before with others. No, it's not. Because mixing is exact. Yeah, you overdo one thing and it throws everything out. With cooking, I know all the tricks to bring it back. I put too much salt in or too much vinegar, I put a bit of sugar in to take the acidity levels down. I know how much sugar I can put in without it becoming overly sweet. Yeah, too much sugar, I put a bit of salt in. And you learn all the little things. So with cooking, I can grab a handful of this and a handful of that and a handful of the other and balance it out afterwards. When I'm mixing juice, I can't do that. Because if you've got to leave it to steep to find out where your mistake is, I don't know until a month down the line whether I've got it right or not.
Yeah. But I think that's the fun part of it, though.
Oh, it is. That's what I love about cooking. Dawn's just put true story. A big smiley face. I am all about instant gratification. I say.
So, you wanker.
Hey. No need.
So what you're trying to say, Dawn wants you to be silver, not gold.
Easy, Tiger.
I'm only asking the question.
Easy, Tiger. And I agree 100% with Gailey there. Mixing juices like baking, it is science. Baking is science.
Oh yeah, of course it is. It's alchemist.
You cannot just whack stuff into a bowl.
Pardon?
You cannot just whack stuff into a bowl.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Dear Lord. Well said, sinner. It's not wanking, it's Star Wars love. It's all about Han Solo.
Hell.
Sinner, I have missed you so much. I'm intrigued with this Saka. It seems to be called.
I've just had a quick look at it. It looks a nice little tank, but like I said, I've not used it, so I can't really comment on it. So, Betty, while we're talking about mixing and that lot, what would you say would be a simple, for somebody just starting out, what would you say would be sort of like a simple juice to make?
None of them, because they're all bastards.
For the new person that's thinking about getting into mixing,
Well, I mean, it all depends on your flavour profile, really.
Because I would say I would go for sort of like fruit flavors, like a simple lemon, a simple strawberry, that type of thing.
Yeah, but don't do what I first did. Get a simple strawberry and a simple lemon, made it up, made the percentages up and whatever, and vaped, and it was fucking disgusting. So somebody forgot to put sweetener in it. So there's those little pitfalls that you need to think about. It's great. I mean, one of the best tools that I can suggest to people is go and watch things on YouTube. Watch videos on YouTube. There's a lot of mixers on YouTube. Go and watch Net Reality.
Yeah.
Go and watch Graham. Benny Vapes do a mixing show as well. Go and watch that. I mean, there's a load of things out there. They will steer you down the right path. Don't obviously do what I do, because we discussed this previously. When I first started mixing, I went on to the likes of chefs, flavors, and I thought, well, that looks nice, this looks nice, and I bought a fucking shit ton of concentrates, and when they eventually turned up, I couldn't make jack shit, because that would not go with this, and that would not go with that, and this would not go with it, and I wasted a lot of money. So, I mean, that's like everything else, a bit of research.
There we are. Graham's
just a lot of time and money.
There you go. And
Graham's
Andrew George, our wife for. God, that's a blooming blast from the past. I ain't had some of our wife for in donkey's years.
Graham suggests watching Mick at the late night vape shows. He does simple mixes because he's simple.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Mixed not simple is lovely.
Yeah, and like it's Bill's Pan as well. ELR, e-liquid recipes on. Just search for that in Google. There is thousands of mixes out there, thousands of them. Some of them are crap, some of them are nice, but it's all trial and error. It is all trial and error.
No, 100%. And there you are. If anyone wants to pop along to the UK Mixing Show, they answer any question, no matter how simple, and they do. Incredibly helpful community.
If anyone's got a link, slap it in chat for us.
Hold on.
I mean, as Mark says there, start off simple.
Simple as simple does.
Yeah.
I mean, I've dabbled. I've got to admit, I've dabbled in DIY, but basically, I used to mix up just a lemon. It was very easy to mix up. It was quite high VG I used to mix up. I only had the PG in the actual nicotine that I was using, because obviously I was RDAing it all the time. And yeah, I used to quite enjoy that one. Nice little... You've got to be careful with lemons though, because there's some really horrible pledge type lemons, and then you get some really nice lemons. So yeah.
There is
Thank you, Gaily Bops.
I mean, I answered Andrew George. Yeah, I mean, I had some lad about 500 odd concentrates, to be honest with you, and it started really get out of hand.
Revenge of the Mick. Watch it, Net Reality Mixing. It's called COVID juice because it's better that you can't taste or smell it. I say. I don't know. If you're wondering why we're sort of saying Ask Graham, that's why. That.
Oh, yes.
That is an absolute corker. And there's a new line coming to the stable.
I do believe there is, isn't there?
Yes.
And I do believe that it will be shown on this actual show.
Can't wait for that one.
Oh. Something to look forward to.
But if you like a lemon, the Amatorium.
Yeah, it's really nice. I just totally destroyed that.
I am doing so in the Obelix, but I destroyed the jam in the boost as well. For
They've all gone. The lemon was done in 2 days, and I think the rest of them was probably not far away from it. Honestly, fantastic range of juices then.
Yeah, I hardly got to see any Jules nick them.
And did we see that Amatorium has been put up for an award?
Oh, nice one.
So if you're voting for the Vapor Round, make sure you give Amatorium a nod.
Yeah, definitely.
Go for it. My God, I tried it because I got sick of buying 8 50ml lemon tarts a month. Can't blame you, Faxi. Good way of saving some cash.
I mean, let's face it, lemon tart is, and it is a nice all-day vape, that one. It's rather expensive.
It is.
Especially for 50ml.
There we are. Graham's just said was blown away to be nominated. As I put in Facebook, mate, well deserved.
Yeah, definitely well deserved. Blooming heck, them juices are ace.
But blimey, I'm trying to keep up with chat here. Now, I mean, when it comes to lemon tarts, back in the day, it was the dinner lady. You know, that was deemed to be the bar.
No, it's always been Rochford Project.
Yeah.
Lemon Lush. No.
See, for me, lemon lush and lemon tart are two very separate flavors.
They are totally. I mean, whenever it says I'm into lemon, boy, lemon has got such a big scope. Such a big scope. I mean, the Dinner Lady's lemon tart is more like a lemon tart, whereas lemon lush is definitely like a Mr. Kipling's Bakewell tart.
The lemon drizzle, yeah. The Vitalize. Yeah, I mean, Dinner Lady. Steel Fog was what got me off Dinner Lady, because I tried the Dinner Lady lemon tart and it was nice. Yeah. And then I discovered Steel Fog, which were a Sheffield-based juice company. I don't know if they're still going or not. It's a shame if they're not. But they had this lemon tart, and not only did it taste of proper lemon, but the pastry on it was stunning. I mean, it made Dinner Lady taste like damp cardboard.
Gales nailed it as well. The original Dinner Ladies was the best one. Before they had to change it. But if you remember rightly, it was like Suicide Bunny's Mother's Milk. The original Mother's Milk was absolutely fantastic until they had to change it because of the TPD. Diacetyl. That's what it was. They had diacetyl in it. And it just makes it taste so much better.
They've got to kill us all with popcorn, lad.
They're both absolutely amazing. Different. They're both lemons. They're both in that lemon tart-esque flavour, but they are different, and you can so taste the difference.
And those two brands, you are guaranteed a fantastic juice.
Yeah.
Totally.
100%.
100%. There is no bad flavour in there.
No. And when we say flavour, they are packing the punch with the flavour. The flavours are fantastic. There's no weak. It's okay. You know, these are actually really nice flavours that you really can taste.
Multi-layered, complex, and definitely little surprises all the way through. I know I've talked about this before with the Rochford raspberry milk. I don't know how he does it. Jay is a wizard.
Yeah,
But
I mean, his meringue one and his curious curdle, both of them are fantastic.
But
I've got a lot of time for Jay. Really have a lot of time because he takes such care about his juices and he's so passionate about it. So,
and it's obvious Graham does the same.
oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, but Jay's raspberry milk, every now and again, you will get a fresh raspberry. I don't know how the hell he does it, but oh my God.
Coming soon, chocolate orange jizz.
Okay.
Sounds interesting.
I'll take a gallon. Mrs. Brown makes me think of the late Robin Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire. My favourite juice has been discontinued, ruthless juice called Mandingo, a banana nut bread. Oh, that sounds good.
See, I like Flawless as it's the BFB, Morning Fire, which is the raisin bread. That is a really nice vape. That it's if you're how can you explain it? Because it's raisin bread, you've got that doughy and raisin flavour, but it's like not quite smoking, vaping a tobacco flavour in essence, but without that sting of a tobacco. It's it's better in a mouth to lung situation than it is a direct to lung, and I've got about half a dozen bottles of it, and I love that thing. Instead of having a tobacco flavoured vape, I have that instead.
See, tobacco flavoured vapes, I made the mistake of getting a rum tobacco and just ruined it for me.
See, originally when I first started vaping, I used to be on a tobacco called Sue, as in Sue the Indian, and I've never been able to replicate it, you know, because the company that was making it discontinued it. And I can't, it was just a brilliant all-day vape. Loved it to pieces, but never been able to get something that's similar.
Right. Can anybody help Norse out? He's looking for a recommendation on a strawberry cream, something along the lines of Mother Milk or Naked Unicorn.
What was it called now? My brain's gonna. Oh, what would they called it? Flawless do one. I'm trying to think what it was. It's part of like they had the mochi dough, and they had this one, and that was very much a mother's milky kind of a flavour. I can't think what it was called now. But yeah, Flawless do a really nice one.
Thank you, Faxi, and also A Up Me Duck. Apparently, Nick Nevins just brought out a one shot, might be worth a look. Nice one.
Yeah, I must admit, Nick Evans is the stuff that he's been bringing out for the last 2 years have been really good.
I might have to give them a try. But I mean, the problem is what I find a great juice, Stevie might not. Now, Stevie and Mark have a very similar palate. And that's why the three-way juice testing is always interesting, because each one of us will pick up a different stuff. You know, it's all down to personal taste, as we say all the time. Loads of Mother Milk clones on ELR if you fancy mixing. Mick says he's more famous than Nevins.
That's one thing that's always surprised me. Me and Betty have a very, very similar taste palette. Very, very similar.
Yeah.
I mean, that, to be honest, because my palate was going, that's why I started quitting the cooking as much. If I still had my palate, I'd be fine. But unfortunately, the smoking killed mine.
That's a large sample bottle. There you go.
Ooh, Shorty Big Boss.
Kind of banana nut cereal. It's nice.
What type of banana, though?
The more your foam banana, to be honest with you, it's good.
Oh, no, it's that kind of banana I like.
Yeah.
I like a nice banana.
This is the thing, though, because a fresh banana doesn't actually taste of that much.
No.
There's another one, I mean.
Bloody hell, you were on the piss.
Mint chalk.
Mint chalk chip. Listen, this was to be ready Christmas 2019. So that's showing you how long this has been sitting for.
Dear Lord, sir.
Caleb Bob says, that's mine. There you go.
Sam, I have similar problems, mate. When it comes to the creams, I do have problems differentiating between the more subtle differences. I couldn't tell you the difference between the chantilly.
I think down to the amount of receptors you've got as well on your tongue and and part of your nose, because you've got almost like two types of people, especially people that go for things like menthols and things like that. They've got less receptors on the tongue than people that go for more for, your fruits and your custards. And it's down to, people that have sort of like Heisenberg and things like that, or, Black Reloaded and things like that. The people that kind of vape on that on a regular basis tend to have less receptacles on their actual tongue. They're the people that normally end up having really hot curries and things like that, whereas people like me that's got more receptors can't cope with really hot foods and things like that. That's why I can't cope with mints, menthols and things like that.
Sorry, Mick's just sent me a picture on chat. And he's actually got a mod. I don't know whether he's photoshopped it or what, but it appears to have a custom skin that actually says more famous than Nevin. Good lad, Mick. North says, I have a bottle of Mother's Milk standing, but I can't taste anything from that one. Whereas Naked Unicorn, I can taste both the strawberry and the cream.
See, the problem with Mother's Milk nowadays, it just hasn't got that same panache as it used to. It's still expensive, bottle of juice, that. And I just don't think it's anywhere near as good as it used to be. Because Mother's Milk, everyone forgets, it's got coconut in it.
Well, yeah.
It's not just a straight strawberries and cream. It's got coconut in it. And that's what makes the difference. I don't know if they still do it. Does Eco Vape still make Mother's Milk? I know they used to.
They used to, but I don't think I've seen it. There's one thing, Norse. If you're not particularly bothered about strawberry, and you're happy to go to the raspberry, try the raspberry milk from Rochford.
Oh, definitely try that raspberry.
You will get the cream on that. It's got a lovely mouthfeel to the vape as well. It actually feels creamy. Superb. Carl from Exceptional has a great palate. Still makes really good juice. It was made by... So the custom skin was made by Hooked on Funk, our friend from the Netherlands. No worries, Mike. You take it easy, mate.
You take steady, mate.
Norse, I thought they've shipped all over the world.
Funny that enough, Dawn. Yeah, I'm more of a raspberry than a strawberry fan.
Let me just check that.
Which do you prefer, Betty? Strawberry to raspberry?
Strawberry.
See, I prefer raspberry. Strawberry, I find gets very sticky, especially if I've been hammering it all day.
Yeah, strawberry can. I think there's that many strawberries out there.
There is that. I mean, even even looking at strawberry concentrates, if you go actually looking for just the concentrate on its own, if you're mixing a juice, there's fucking loads of them.
Oh yeah, there's hundreds. I think every juice company has made a strawberry and strawberry and cream.
Yeah. But the thing I find with a lot of strawberry juices is depending on what concentrate they've used, the strawberry drops off.
Right. Norse, I owe you an apology, mate. You are quite correct. It's EU destinations only at present. But for those that are in the EU, I would seriously check out the website. There are monthly deals on at the minute. And you can get 3 bottles of the fantastic Rochford Project.
Fancy, that one that you gave me was really nice. Thoroughly enjoyed it. In fact, I polished that off the other day.
Was that the man?
Yeah, that were a strawberry. That was quite nice, that one. But again, after you're vaping it for, I mean, it was a 100ml bottle he gave me. And after once you got halfway down it, you tended to lose that strawberry. It just lost that strawberry punch, and it was more cream than anything else.
It's quite a lot of them do that.
I don't know what that was. I wouldn't class it as vapor's tongue or anything like that, but you vaped it. That strawberry just dies off, and you end up with more cream than anything else.
Yeah, but I mean, I was the same, trying to get a decent strawberry. You mix about 5 different ones to try and get a good one, to be honest.
Yeah, they're just fine. That's a good idea, that, Simon.
Yeah, bang on idea, Simon.
There we are. And if you use the 3-men vape at Rochford Project, you can get the discount as well.
Yeah, you do it on your brother's show.
Strawberry you made was lovely, Stevie, apparently.
Well, that was I think it was just strawberry juice.
See, everybody's strawberry is different as well. I mean, what you mentally think of as strawberry is quite different. I mean, my strawberry is like a McDonald's milkshake. Now, other people's strawberry is a tin strawberry. Then other people's strawberry is literally a fresh strawberry.
Yeah.
Same like with lemons. I mean, bang. Same like with lemons. So I'm cracking open some root beer.
Oh, don't know how you can.
Oh, I can.
That's sarsaparilla. No.
No, that smells like germaline to me. Root beer.
Oh, I love root beer. I don't have it often. It's a treat that I have now and again.
See, I find with strawberries, a lot of them seem to be a jammy strawberry. I'm not a fan of jammy vapes. Just too sweet.
Although I must admit,
Crimson Seed
is gorgeous.
But I don't find that overly sweet. But you know, like the Just Jam. Cannot vape Just Jam. Way too sweet for me. And I'm probably going to get slated for that, but I don't care. My father grows a few varieties of strawberries, and there's plenty of difference between those. So it depends on the type of flavor you prefer. I mean,
I'll give you another example. Apples, an apple vape. Now, I am not a fan of apple vapes whatsoever, but the Vapory, the Punks Trapple was absolutely gorgeous.
But that had such a
You literally had
range of
you
apple
had
flavour.
3 apples in there, and you could tell the difference between the 3 apples. You had a red apple, if I remember rightly. You had more of the skin of a green apple, and then you had a candy apple as well in there. And honestly, them 3 flavours, you could distinguish each apple. Whereas most apple vapes, it's just a generic reddish kind of apple, and that's about it. You know, something like from concentrate or one of them, square box fresh ones, apple juicy type flavours. But that Trapple was absolutely fantastic. That was.
Yeah, Gav, I'm with you. I've gone off just jam juices at the moment. I think I've vaped 11 daylights out of them. I can't. I just can't look at them at the moment, to be honest. I need to get. I actually need to get back. I need to make myself some more Mexican fried ice cream. I've not had that for a long time. That was always my go-to juice.
See, cinnamon.
There was a juice I had years back. I reviewed it, and you know when you get ice cream and you've finished it, and then you've got that at the bottom of your bowl that you. Oh, it just tasted like that. Oh, it was gorgeous.
See, when I think fried Mexican ice cream, I always think cinnamon, and that's a flavour that seems to split the vaping community down the middle.
Yeah, but even when you say cinnamon, I mean, you go for something like Cinnaroo, which is cinnamon custard. That is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, it is.
But you can get other cinnamons that's like really harsh kind of taste.
Can we go off the fucking C word? Because you all know I can't fucking say it.
What
Don't
cinnamon?
Off.
We both appreciate Cinnaroo.
You can say Cinnaroo, surely.
Cinnaroo.
There you go.
You're not trying, Stevie, are you?
No.
You're not trying.
Nope.
Chat deserve your best, and you are not trying.
Nope.
Oh, feed microwaved ice cream. Yeah.
Yeah, I must admit that Mexican fried ice cream, what's in there in a one shot, you can taste the C word in that, but it's there no more. But it just adds to the flavour. It just seems to bring a lot more flavours out.
See what I mean? Devil, the fuck, I came in here and Soul says cinnamon and gorgeous in the same sentence. Said no one ever.
That's the same person that says that Black Reloaded is the best juice ever.
I happen to like Black Reloaded.
Oh, that stuff stinks.
It's fabulous.
It's not.
I haven't got many receptors, so
I know you definitely haven't got many receptors. Good evening, Dean. Hope you're all right, buddy.
Evening, Anthem.
Anyway, I'm supporting the fam.
Oh, that sounds
Oh,
good.
Black Ice. Remember Black Ice Challenge that we did at Expo?
Bill's just put, I use an Italian cinnamon biscuit as a base with VB ice cream and raspberry and coconut to make a Mexican fried ice cream. That sounds fabulous. The VTA strawberry jam tastes like green stalks to me.
Green stalks?
Now, there was one I remember trying at Expo. I think it was called Alien Piss. And it literally, you remember sugar water? It literally just tasted like sugar water. I don't know what it was supposed to be. It was green and there was no sort of flavor profile on the packaging. It was just called Alien Piss.
There were a lot of stupid names like that, though.
Oh, man. It has to be the most blur juice I've ever tried. No flavor to it, just sweetness.
But that was the American thing a few years back, though, wasn't it? Just every juice that they ever brought out was just sweet. Can you remember the Queen's one? There were the King, Queen, and something else. They were all strawberries, but slightly different. Honestly, they were awful juices then. They were just so It made my teeth
But there was-
tingle. They were
But
that
there's a lot.
sweet.
Was I noticed a lot of the Filipino juice was like that as well? Was it not?
Oh God, yeah. I mean,
was-
what
it
were
was
it?
high-
Fantasy, the
Yeah, it was
original Fantasy from Philippines.
high in
No,
colada.
Malaysia.
Malaysia, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah,
high
Malaysia.
colada and then fucking loaded with sugar.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of the Malaysian ones are quite nice. The fruity ones.
Oh, they packed a punch when they come to flavour, but boy, they were sweet. They were serious coil killers.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, was it Expo about 3 years ago? The Malaysian style seemed to have taken over.
Mm.
I think it was the October one about 3 years ago. You know, when there's more juice and mods,
Yeah.
there just seemed to be nothing but that really sweet juice. Gailey, you take care, darling.
Yeah, give me hugs. Huggles.
See you on
Oh.
Saturday.
He's nasty.
Indeed.
I don't know if nasty juice is Malaysian.
I always found Nasty Juice very sweet as well.
Mm.
But £5. £5.
Oh, £5. God, I ain't heard that name for a long time. Well, yeah, they were a big thing at one point for Malaysian juices.
Yeah, it was. That's the one aspect of Expo that I missed, because every now and again you came across a little hidden gem.
Mm.
9 times out of 10, a tiny little stall. The geezer looked like somebody that you'd probably been stood next to the day before in the bank. No big flashy sort of branding or anything on the stall, and there was an absolute gorgeous juice.
Yeah, you always seem to get one gem in amongst a load of shit though.
Mm.
Mm. Do you notice
And
that?
you noticed as well, there's no fads going around anymore. Once
No.
upon a time, everyone was into custards. Everything was custard this, custard that, and then it changed from that to something else. So there was menthols, and now there just seems to be generic all the way through.
I think it seems to be more a mix of flavors now, because if you look at like the Nick salts, you've got your papaya, your mango, your pineapples, and there's never just a straight single juice flavor in it, is there? It's always something and something with a little bit of ice.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought one of the companies that kind of stood out a couple of years back was the Boring Vape Company.
Yeah.
They brought out some of them were weird and wonderful. That there was one out of their range that, as far as I was concerned, was chicken tandoori. It was absolutely disgusting. But some of their other juices were really, really nice. But you always get that one that's just
That that's not the one that tasted of burnt rubber, is it?
Yeah,
it was like, oh, it was fucking rank. Can't
That
even
was
make
awful, that.
But they things like dragon fruit and things like that, and jam book tea, something or other.
One vape that I did enjoy was the one that had the cucumber in it. That was quite nice, and I've had a couple with aloe vera in it. That's quite nice as well. Very refreshing vapes.
Mm.
Same with juices. They've got a little bit of cactus in them as well.
Mm.
Now, doesn't cactus bring out certain flavors?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Wow.
like dragon fruit. Dragon fruit you can mix with like strawberries because it gives you the dragon fruit gives you that cream.
Mm. Well, the aloe vera, I've tried a couple of those, mainly in big shots. And they seem to go quite bubblegummy.
Yeah, almost watermelony.
Yeah,
Mm.
but not quite. It's a sort of halfway house between the two.
Mm.
It's,
Flashy though, I mean, I know you put up the sick face with the cucumber, but it does enhance flavors. Cucumber.
Cucumber, it just freshens everything up. If anybody's ever had tzatziki, now tzatziki it's Greek yogurt with cucumber mashed up into it with a little bit of garlic. That's all it is, and you have it as a side dip with your crusty bread. If you've ever been in a hot really hot climate, one of them is really nice with a salad because it just lightens your palate. It really does, and that's what having cucumber in a vape does. It just lightens up the actual fruits, because it's normally with a fruit. Just lightens them up and just makes them a bit more fresher. That's the best way of explaining it.
Craig, I'm with you on that. Strawberry and kiwi is probably the last bottle of juice I will ever try.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of kiwi.
Tahini. I do like tahini. That sesame buzz to it.
Jam makes it gorgeous, that Ziki.
Yeah.
But I'd let you know. Yeah.
Cucumbers are good for one thing. What's that, Flashy? Sandwiches?
There's nothing wrong with a nice cucumber sandwich. I like cucumbers. Just like letting you know.
What we got? Yeah, I mean, cucumber's another one that splits people, like the C word, cinnamon.
Splits people depending on the size.
Stop it. I'm here all week. Try to fish.
But another one that I really can't get on with is melons. Melon vape. Don't get me wrong, I can vape it, but after a while I just get so bored with that.
Now there was one I tried. It was a triple melon, and it was a mix of honeydew, watermelon, and there was another one in there, and it was gorgeous because you almost got a wave of the different melons, and
What,
it just
cantaloupe?
Yeah, it was gorgeous, absolutely stunning.
Hey, that's a vape I've never tried. A marrow. Hey, we could start a new line. So we'll have a marrow vape. What about parsnips?
Aubergine.
Aubergine?
I was going to say a marrow vape would be difficult to get your lips around, but I thought better of it. Sorry, I apologise for that one. Butternut.
Oh yeah, butternut. That'd be nice.
It's always interesting because people have tried to do the savoury vapes and they just don't seem to work.
No. They've never kicked off. I mean, you've never had a Walker's Crisps flavoured vape, have you? Smoky bacon.
Marmite. Somebody needs to do Marmite.
I'd vape a Marmite one. Marmite and peanut butter.
Wrong. Go on, behave. There was one juice from Naked 100 that had strawberry lime that was proper sweet but a tad bit sour. Fantastic.
Yeah, that I could go for, a strawberry lime. Yeah.
DIY or die watermelon. I've heard about that watermelon. Apparently, it's supposed to be absolutely bang on.
Kilo have brought out some nice juices. I've got to admit, I used to like is it the birthday cake or Christmas cake is one. I really did like. It is a sweet vape, but boy did I like that one.
Fee's just come up with a corker. Marmite popcorn.
No.
See, I've had a peanut butter one back at Expo, and that was really, really nice. Can you remember the nuts, the kernels? And you know they had that peanut buttery kernel, but you also had that toffee kind of a taste.
What was that nut brittle one you had?
Oh yeah, that was gorgeous. That one, that were a proper peanut.
Riz, good evening, you handsome chap, you.
Grizzly, all right, buddy.
Flaming hot Doritos vape juice, next bestseller.
I had a peanut butter ice cream just not that long ago.
Yeah.
I never actually made it. I actually ended up gave it away to somebody. It was a concentrate, a bottle shot. But when I opened it up, all you could smell was the salted peanuts. And I was like, No, I don't know. When you actually smell it, you actually smell the dryness of the peanuts in it.
Hmm.
That I ended up giving it away. I didn't make it up because it was one of those ones I'd make it and say to myself, well, there's a waste of a couple of quid's worth of fucking PG and VG.
Hmm. It's like when you get these cereal vapes. To me, they always end up tasting more like, the cereal bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that too much, way too much, because obviously they gel the actual cereal together with that syrup, whatever it is, to congeal it all to make it into a bar, and it tastes too much of that.
I'm not a fan of cereal vapes anyway. Never have been. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Dean. All cereal.
They do.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've tried a few tobacco vapes with a cereal base in them as well, and it works. The tobacco and the cereal does work.
Tobacco and cereal.
Tobacco and cereal.
That was interesting.
That was another one of your fads, wasn't it? The sort of Fruit Loop cereal, the kid cereal flavors. At one point, they were all over the bloody place.
Yeah, there was honey nut and all that kind of flavors.
Yeah, Captain Crunch.
Yeah, Captain Crunch.
Yeah, no.
Another one I used to like was Muffin Man. That
Never
used to be
tried
nice.
it.
Yeah, that was really nice. I right enjoyed that one. Coil killer, obviously, but it wasn't mega sweet.
See, if we're going back, I'd go for the chamois shake, and it was probably the original recipe rather than the.
I was quite considering I don't like mint at all. I'm just not a mint or menthol fan. I actually quite like chamois shake.
It's very Murray minty, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go. There it is.
Good man.
It's actually a nice vape. I think me personally, I'd rather it in a mouth to lung setup than an actual, Cloudsborough Clouds setup.
No, give me it in a Cloudsborough Clouds. Definitely. Oh, what's that one? Was that the banana?
Lemon.
Ooh.
Oh, lemon.
Lemony shake. Oh, I ain't tried that.
Ooh. The panda one I tried. Didn't enjoy it.
What was the panda one?
Chocolate cookie.
Oh. Here's a blast from the past.
Oh.
I mean, hey, you've got that.
Oh. Viking vapes. Not seen that for a while.
Blooming heck, Thor.
Never tried that. Was it any good?
It's completely sealed.
The Hoddies.
Both of them.
Dear God, you've got
Can't get them anymore.
You've got better self-control than me, mate. Muffin Man did an apple muffin. Viking, the dude still owes me a box mod from a comp. Dean, bless you, dude. Only a few years too late.
Yeah, you'll have forgotten about it by now.
Well, Viking did do a bit of a comeback at one point, didn't they? And then they seem to have disappeared again.
Mm-hmm.
But
right,
hard.
guys, we're over the hour. Are we calling it a day or going on for another half?
Up to you, mate. Call it for me.
I'm easy, either or.
We're at 1:15, so
Take it to the 1:30.
there you are, Dean. You might be able to get that box mod. What else we got?
Yeah,
there?
Craig might be able to sort you out. Oh, bless you, JP.
Oh, and he even shouted it. Bless him.
I know.
I mean, there is one trend that I'm sort of a bit wary of. You know, on eBay, there seems to be prolific shops where they seem to have bought bulk of juice that is either not being made anymore or getting close to its sell by and then flogging it on cheap.
All right.
Now, a friend of mine found this fantastic toasted marshmallow flavor. It was stunning. It was absolutely brilliant. Can he find any more of it? Can he, Eckers? And it just seems so frustrating. Every now and again, you know, it's the same as the Expo wonder, I suppose. You find this one juice just at the Expo, but you can't find the bloody stuff anywhere else when you get home.
Mm.
You know, the other thing that used to wind me up about Expo, I'd find a juice at Expo and it tasted great on the sampler. You got it home and it tasted like some bugger had pissed in the bottle.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, I've had that a few times.
Loads of that.
Jesus.
What happens between Expo and home?
Do you know what I think it is? Is the combination of all the other things that you've tasted, and you've still got them their taste in your mouth, and it's all like, yeah.
Mm. Oh, there you go. I buy close to or out of date juice from Washington Vapes. They've got 25 page of clearance juice to buy from the cheap. No, that's fair enough.
I'd say that Washington Vape does some really good deals.
I mean, we've got a friend who owns a vape shop over on the south side of Glasgow, and the last time we were over seeing him, obviously just before COVID hit and stuff, he had a shit ton of glass stripper bottles, pre-TPD, 20 milligram, 12 milligram, you name it, it was in this, and we brought shit tons of this stuff home. Don't get me wrong, there was maybe about 1 in maybe 20 was actually all right. Some of the rest of it, the nick had actually gone off, but Jesus, what a difference in flavour. Because they'd been steeped for so fucking long. I mean, literally the colour of them, you actually, some of the bottles was that brown, so you couldn't see through it anyway. But as soon as you opened up, you took the dripper out, God almighty, it looked like coffee in the dripper. But when you put it onto your cotton and you'd be, some of them were absolutely beautiful. I mean, I think we've got one left, but I think Lynn's is getting that on Saturday. It's the is it Murica? McDonald's apple pie one.
All right.
There's a bottle of that downstairs.
Ooh.
But the amount of stuff that we brought back.
I wouldn't want to vape. Basically, coffee vape. Well, something that looks like a coffee vape.
Well, the ones that obviously the ones that we got for Sully, they just been steeped that long. But don't get me wrong, Mark, I've had a few coffee vapes and some of them are really nice.
So you got to be careful because it depends on how old they are, literally are, but what container they're in.
Yeah.
See, whenever you see sell-by dates on like water and things like that, it's not the actual water, it's the container that it's in. Yeah. It's the plastic. Plastic that degrades. So getting old juice, I mean, if it's over 2 years old, yeah.
But this is why I always say to people, never really have your stuff out if it's in direct sunlight. Don't have it. Try and keep it in a cool cupboard out the way. Says me with shit like that sitting there, but.
Now, I mean, Simon's just put always tastes better from glass. You can get cracking little glass drippers from Amazon.
Yeah, you bought about 5, didn't you?
I bought a dozen, mate. 15 quid. Stoppers, drippers, and the glass bottles. They hold up to 30 mil. Absolutely stunning little bottles.
But I like my dripper bottles.
You can get the skull ones as well, can't you?
Oh, God, yeah.
There used to be at Expo a little stand, and you were there every year, and they had that many different types of glass bottles. Miss them. You had the skull ones. You had the ones, the deep blue ones that look like the poison from Victorian age.
Yeah.
Oh, they look absolutely gorgeous.
Like the apothecary style bottles.
Yeah.
I always remember, and when I was, I think I'd been reviewing only for a couple of years, and can you remember Jack Rabbit?
Yeah.
Well, it was when they just started out, and they sent me a sample pack. Every single I think there was sort of like 12 or 15 different flavors in this sample pack, and all of them were glass bottles in all different colors. So you had emerald green, you had the midnight blues, the reds, all that lot. Absolutely gorgeous. Only downside to it, there were 5 ml.
That's not a bottle.
There were 5 ml. But this presentation pack, honestly, it was absolutely stunning. But yeah, there were 5 ml.
That's a capsule. That's not a bottle.
Yeah, but honestly, there were little 5 ml bottles, and they had a pipette and everything.
Bloody hell.
Hmm?
See, the glass skull dripper bottles, I do miss those.
Hmm.
And I know a certain lady who would kill for those.
But the thing is, though, if you've got e-liquid in a glass bottle, it's going to last a lot of years. It really is, because obviously glass is non-porous.
I mean, that's another thing. When I get my nicotine, I automatically decant it into glass bottles straight away. Take it out the plastic one and decant it in a glass one straight away. Stick them in the freezer. Not that it really makes any difference sticking it in the freezer, but I do it anyway.
Well, it don't freeze, does it?
No, it's supposed to prevent it from degrading. But they do say on the bottles now, just keep in a cool, dark place. But I don't know, it's just something I've always done. I've always bunged it in the freezer. It doesn't. It lasts in there for God knows how long.
Yeah. I mean, did they say the shelf life of nicotine? Is it 2 years?
I think it is. I think it depends where you get it from. I mean, it obviously tells you on your bottle. But see, to be honest with you, I mean, a lot of the stuff that it says, used by dates, this, that, the next thing, that's just a con. So that you use it by that date, so as you go buy more.
You are used by dates, yeah.
It's like everything, isn't it? There's a use by date for everything.
It is a blast from the past.
Ah, there it's there.
I won't stick it back down. I want to keep.
Oh, blow me neck.
That is
See the colour? The colour of that.
That's a lovely. That's an amber. That's a nice amber colour. That.
Yeah, it's some of the ones that we get. Some of the ones that we did have are virtually black, but they vape. They were absolutely beautiful.
So that's a friend.
And that's baked apple pie. That's blast from the past.
You don't
Fingers crossed. I mean, fingers crossed. What we were speaking about earlier on regarding the TPD, the new changes and stuff. I mean, hopefully they'll go back to glass stripper bottles. Because the thing is, if they do get back to the glass stripper bottles, you can wash them out and put them into your recycling bin.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't do that with the plastic.
But we had a conversation about this on Tales from the Ohm many, many years ago.
Many years ago.
And we were saying if you went back to the glass bottles, like you get the shops now where you can take your own package and refill it. If you could do that in a vape shop, that would be superb. So rather than purchasing the bottle, you have a large tank in the shop and you literally just refill your dripper, your dripper bottle and purchase
Have optics.
Yeah, that'd be fab.
Can you imagine it? I mean, trading standards have a field day with you.
I have 2 from the top, 3 from the middle, and 1 from the bottom, please.
Carol. But yeah, I think that would be a good idea, that.
Well said, Bronco. Used by date is not a con. It's a cover their own ass date.
It certainly is.
Used by is more you need to. That's before is the con. It's only how long it'll taste 100% perfect. To be honest, I don't think anything tastes 100% perfect. Have you tried this? This is slightly going off topic. Have you tried that filtered milk? Yeah. It's supposed to stay.
Oh, that Cravendale.
Yeah, and the cheaper.
It's not milk. That advert. It's not milk. Hey, it's not milk. It's not milk.
I've had stuff like that. It's supposed to have 3-week use by date on it.
Mm.
Why did it turn into yogurt in the fridge after a week? Yeah.
Yeah, but you're that tight. You haven't turned the fridge on.
No, fridge is on because it's just about crazy. I shoved some cans of mango juice in there for Finn. The damn fridge turned a can of mango juice into a bloody popsicle.
Oh.
That cold in there.
A popsicle. Huh?
Popsicle. Yes.
We're all American now. A popsicle.
A popsicle indeed.
A popsicle. There you go. You can have a popsicle with your dolphin nose.
With your Eddie's Mammy's beans.
Mm.
That's what it said in the fucking packet. The salad I got and it said Eddie's Mammy's beans. Aye. Green things.
Evening, Mush.
Mush, how you doing, buddy?
Steve, I've just found black skull glass stripper bottles.
Oh. Send me that one. She'll get excited.
You can get black ones as well.
Yeah, but he'd need to tie a knot in it.
No need, Mr. P. No need.
Oi.
Jules, if you're back in chat, twatting.
Oh yeah, you're having problems with Fox or something, nicking your toys.
Oh, fuck yeah. Little bastard.
What's it, that bloke from Foxy Bingo, is it?
You fat ladies, I'm fucking nicking this bastard. Yeah, fucking bloody Fox keeps nicking a dog's toys. Fucking thing.
I didn't know foxes were into squeaky toys.
Yeah. It's the same one normally sits out in the front garden because it goes in and nicks the balls from next door and brings them into our garden, fucking throws it up in the air and chases it all around our front garden while our two dogs are trying to get the thing through the bloody window. It stole Leah's pig the other day. Bastard. Yeah.
So you've got that to sort out. I just noticed it in chat. And you're on poop patrol as well.
Come always get the shit jobs.
Joys of being daddy.
Yeah, but it's night time though. It's night time. It's getting dark. It's one of those ones that the lights don't work out the back. Sometimes you've got to go out in barefoot and just go, what an Irish minesweeper. Found it.
Oh, don't talk about that night. Is it me or it is noticeable that the getting up in the morning, it's getting darker?
Yeah, winter's coming in.
Don't like it. No, not happy about that. Getting up and it's dark.
Outside, dude.
You've still got a bit of light.
Mm.
That's pitch black out my window.
Right, guys, we have hit the 25. Let's say our goodbyes.
Indeed, darling.
What? Suppose it's me to go again.
You always go first.
Oh, shit. Well, chat, thank you once again for joining us on this kind of dreary Thursday evening.
Mm-hmm.
We've covered a various amount of topics tonight. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Tune in same time next week for more of the same, and possibly an Oxford way for next week. So
yeah, if we don't hear from Markel or Malk.
Yeah, so as I say, join us again next Thursday, as I say, for more of the same, guys. 3 middle-aged men just talking shit for a couple of hours. Did we get away with it? Not been found out yet. So yeah, Martin, Steve, it's been a blast as per usual. And fucking can't wait to see you two boys on Saturday.
Saturday.
There will be tales to tell.
Will there?
Next Thursday, hopefully. Well, nothing too bad. No.
I'm keeping my clothes on this time.
Oh, thank you for that mental image.
Steve, how's it still light out Delagas window? Because we're in Scotland. That's why it's still light up here, Steve.
They're burning the Sassenachs.
Wicker Man's out in the garden. No, but I think we can approach this subject before as well. I mean, in the middle of summer, the longest day, we get roughly about 4 hours worth of twilight at night. So yeah, our nights are a hell of a lot longer. Guys down south, so yeah, we get daylight for a little bit more. But it's coming into winter now, so it won't be long till we're coming on here at 7:30 in an evening and it's pitch black outside. It'll be pissing from the bloody heavens and blowing a gale, and we'll be putting the central heating on because we'll be complaining we're freezing.
40 days and 40 nights, isn't it?
Yeah. He's moving. So yeah, so that's me. I've said my goodbyes. Pass it on to Stephen.
Chat, thank you. You've made this evening wonderful, as always. Sinner, delight to see you, dear boy. The Lord of Lewdness has been missed. Stay lovely meeting you and chatting to you. Everybody else, thank you so much. Honestly, it's getting like family. It's fab. To the guys who will be there Saturday, if you know, you know, and I look forward to seeing you all. And I shall hand you over to Mark.
That would be me. Guys in chat, thank you so much. It's been fantastic. You have been absolutely wonderful. Spanners, thank you for looking after chat as well. Don't forget, before you leave, don't forget to give us the old thumbs up. It does help. People on the replay, you are my favourite people this week. Thank you for watching, and I so appreciate it. Betty, Steve, my buddies. And I love my little Thursdays. I do. I really do enjoy it. So join us next week, 7:30, same channel, same bat show or whatever it is, for more middle-aged blokes just waffling and putting the worlds to rights. That's the best way we could say. So thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Have a wonderful weekend and a following week. And we'll see you all again on Thursday. So from the guys and myself, bye.
Bye.
Outro.
Paint the whole world with a fucking rainbow. Oh.
Don't, because I've got that rainbow just top gear in my head now.